boundaries are crossed.
What's up, family? This is your girl Stephanie from My Tea on What's Tea. Okay, so we doing this. You know, she comfortable at home in her robe. We're watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so you're gonna hear it going on in the background, and I'm gonna do my commentary while it's on. So right now, just kind of playing the credits and stuff. They act like they can't control. But yeah, this is a mess, and I can't even. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm gonna pause it.
As a little girl, I had the pictures on my wall of different.
So the episode starts out with Destiny doing her hype hair photo shoot. It's cute. I don't really know who actually still looks at hype hair. Honestly, it's been years since I've picked up a magazine, let alone bought one or subscribed to one. I mean, come on, like, we have our phones. Everything that we need to know about or to see, we can look up on our phones. So, is it gonna help her business at all? Maybe. But, I don't really know. But it is cute, you know. I know Tisha comes in later and it's like, yeah, you've been doing this, but you still been making moves. Has she? I mean, we've seen her store, and every time we see it, I don't never see anybody in there, like, shopping. So, I don't really know if her store is doing that good, but she looks good. Destiny has been looking really good on the show. So, we can give her that. Until the next scene. Yeah, I cannot with Tisha coming in talking about, you have arrived. To where? She on Hype Magazine. Don't nobody look at that. So, yeah. No comment. Okay, now they talking about Las Vegas. She talking about Tiffany, and I don't know. Okay. Now Destiny brings up the Kimmy and Tisha situation. Talking about when you and Melanie was going through your thing, were you mad that she didn't speak up on your behalf? And I feel like she just being messy. Like she throwing Melody up under the bus because Melody taking up for Tiffany. Yeah, I get it. Tiffany don't need nobody to speak up for her, and Melody is doing a bit much, trying to speak up for Tiffany every time. So I can see why she is a little annoyed. But for her to try to compare the situation to what Tisha and Melody went through, I think it was really messed up and messy. Because at the end of the day, we all know Tisha was wanting Melody to lie for her. And, Kimmy was in a lose-lose situation. Either she lied for Tisha and make Melody mad, or she do what she did and say nothing and let these grown-ass women handle it. And Tisha's mad. At the end of the day, Tisha has no reason to be mad because Kimmy didn't do anything to her. You know what I'm saying? But the situation with Destiny and Tiffany is somewhat totally different. You know what I'm saying? Melody is inserting herself in this situation. And just like Destiny is going to say a little later, like, we're two grown women. We don't need nobody to referee. And Melody is just doing the most, trying to be the HBIC and trying to rile all the girls together and tell them what to do and how to operate. Like, quiet as it kept, I really think Melody is really immature in her emotional intelligence as well. She is slowly but surely starting to get on my nerves in this season. Like, To the next scene. Family. Okay, so now Destiny done brought up the chapel. And at the end of the day, y'all gonna hear me say that a lot. There's really nothing to talk about because Tisha mentioned it to Marceau before they even went to the chapel. And Marceau told her straight up, no, I don't want to do it. This is not something I want to do. It's not something I take lightly and to just do it and let's just make it fun. No, I don't want to make it fun. I take this seriously. You know what I'm saying? But she still was trying to sneak it in. That's the reason why she's like, well, I just want to make it fun. If the opportunity come, just, I wanted you to. No. Just like the surprise therapy shit. And so when they get to the chapel, y'all seen the last episode, he did exactly what he said he was going to do the night before. But she want to play victim like she didn't know that he was going to say no. She didn't tell nobody that she had a whole conversation with this man before she did all of this. And he told her no. So with her doing that, it's making him look like the bad guy. Making him look like he's just insensitive. No, you're insensitive. Because he told you, this is not what I want to do. If we do this, I want to take it seriously. I want it to just be an intimate thing, not with a whole bunch of friends around. Because at the end of the day, a lot of his friends have been divorced and they're remarried. He's still on his first marriage. So he probably like, I don't want that bad juju around my marriage. I don't want that bad juju around me renewing my vows. And no matter what, he said he wanted with just them two. And if that's what he wants, you can't blame him. But then she wants what she wants too, and there has to be a compromise because that's what marriage is. So I feel like there's a way that they could meet in the middle. They should. But for me, I feel like a lot of people get married for the wrong reasons. I feel like they get married before they're ready, before they're emotionally intelligent enough to be married, before they've healed themselves and become a whole person within themselves. And of course, if they're not whole, what you're going to attract? You're going to attract someone who isn't whole themselves. So now you both coming into partnership with all kind of drama and childhood traumas and baggage that you hadn't dealt with on your own. Now you're together and all that trauma that this other person is bringing is coming in. Now y'all got all this baggage together, and one thing may trigger this person's trauma and another thing may trigger the other person's trauma, and it's just a whole bunch of mess that just continues to build and build and build. And in the last episode, he mentioned he's depressed. I understand, because there's so much mess that you guys have to work through. You probably have no idea where to start to fix it. And truth be told, I don't feel like it can be fixed within the situation or within the marriage. It's something that has to be done individually. I would propose a separation, an exclusive separation, but we already know that Marceau probably can't be trusted with that. But just, if you have the means and you're in this predicament, or if I was in this predicament, which I wouldn't be at this point in my life, like, I'm not going to get married until I know I've dealt with my trauma and my partner has dealt with their trauma, and then we can come together and just go up instead of plateauing or descending, because there's so much work that needs to be done. But they separate. If they sexual needs or whatever need to be met, they can come together every now and then. But I don't know, that's just not feasible though. But I was like, separate, Y'all keep the kids every now and, each person's just kind of like if you were divorced. The kids go to one place, spend time with mom, spend time with dad. Y'all still have family time, but, you know, the time while you're separated, you spend that truly doing the work, seeing, talking to a counselor every day, or finding some kind of spiritual practice that you engage in on a regular basis. Maybe every day, even if it's just meditation or yoga or just doing the research, you know. Um, but yeah, that's not realistic. So, and I know a lot of people can't do that. Probably won't do that. So we just gotta pray for people who are in those kind of toxic relationships. All right, to the next scene. All right. So we here at Martell, Marceau, and Chris. Apparently, Martell had a meeting with Chris and he brought Marceau in, and he's being real slick about it. I feel like if he just be straight up, then maybe Marceau will be more apt to help him, because I did kind of get further along in the episode and I see him talking about bankruptcy and how long it takes for a bank to finance you if you're bankrupt. And Maurice was like about 24 months, 2 years. And Martell was just like, oh man. So I really feel sorry for this man. I do. I feel bad for him. But if you don't humble yourself, let people know what you're going through, that you need help. Like, his pride is too big. This dude is in bankruptcy. He want to hold on to these 47 acres, don't want Melanie to have a part of it, but he can do nothing with it. He doesn't have a builder's license. His credit obviously is messed up because he might have to file bankruptcy, or may have had filed bankruptcy. And so he's trying to get Marceau in on it, selling this great story about how, oh, well, me and Mel family, business is business. Bruh, we know how petty you are. We know how petty Melody is. It's not gonna be a good look for Marceau. But if he comes to Marceau in a way and be humbled and maybe be like, maybe cut some of his profit, because really, what are you bringing to the table? You need whatever money that can come in this time that you just let Marceau take over things and make whatever money, shoot you whatever y'all agree to, and just slowly build yourself up. Humble yourself and just slowly build yourself up, because you're just slowly but surely digging yourself into deeper and deeper of a hole. And obviously he don't have the money because, again, like I said, I was further along in the episode and I see something about, coming up where Melody, I just realized there's a whole bunch of M's. We got the Martin. Anyway, that's cute. I see why they became friends. But Melody is saying something about paying the money that the judge ordered. And he was like, he was coming up with every excuse under the sun. Well, I get their hair done, this, that, and the third. She was like, I've been getting their hair done for a year. But if he just humble himself, let her know that he's not doing good, which he doesn't want her to see that, because I don't know, maybe he still feel like he has a chance with her. But the thing is, Melody loves him. We saw how she was trying to comfort him at one point in the last season when they were at the counselors, and he was like, he pretty much cussed her out. But if he humbles himself, she will help him. But he don't want that kind of help. His pride is too big, but he can't do it by himself. He just can't do it. So, I don't know. Until the next scene. Yo, so we're back. We're still on this scene with Martell, Marceau, and Chris coming in. And I feel so bad for Marceau once again because here is someone else surprising him with a whole situation. Like, I didn't know this is the first time. I just kind of, because sometimes I just tune out when Martell is on the screen because he's just sad. But so he come in and he talking to Marceau, and then he was like, well, you know, when Chris get here, he's like, oh, we have company. He had no clue that Chris was on his way. Oh, we have company. And he's just so slick. Gets to talking about the yeah, he goes right into a sob story to, and the look on Marceau's face is like, again, not this again. And this poor man, people are just mooching off of his energy. Now, mind you, I don't think Marceau is just an up and up guy. I truly do think he is cheating on Tisha. With her behavior in the past, kind of don't blame him. With what I mentioned before, as in getting married for the wrong reasons, that's bound to happen. I mean, reality is reality. The truth is the truth, you know. But he wants to go back. You know, before I left the company, we had Scout, which is the Scots and the Holts, and so we're just gonna hop back in. And he talking about, well, since we did that in the past, we should be able to do this together. But you did not come to him in the right way. So I don't blame him if he says no or don't agree to it, which he probably is not, because he knows the volatile relationship between him and Mel, and the fact that them doing anything together, it's not gonna work. To the next scene. So Martell mentioned that he had to talk to Melody, which you know, Melody told Chris that she would have to talk to him, and he just straight up lied to Marceau's face. Marceau asked the right questions, like, did you go in all arrogant? And he comes with this 17-year-old adolescent response, well, you know, I could have been. He knows outright that he was just an a-hole and did exactly what Marceau said, you know, went in all arrogant. And so he's lying yet again, trying to start a new business relationship with Marceau. Already with the trickery, with sneaking up the meeting, and he lying, talking about he wasn't smug and arrogant when he spoke to her. Don't do it, Marceau. Back, family. So the next scene we have Tisha and Tiffany. That was a cute little scene. It was nice seeing Tiffany share her story. She's still clueless. She still needs somebody to really dig in her behind, because I don't really feel like she learned her lessons. Because even in her confessional, she was like something in 3 different cities. I forget what she said. I could really care less about Tiffany. She is so fake and phony. She just really irks my nerves. And she really irks my nerves. And Destiny, she annoys me too. So I really don't have much to say about either of them. I see a lot of grown women, little girls and grown women bodies, in a way, when it comes to like just handling conflict and things like that. So Yeah, so the next scene is Melody walking into Chris's office to build. So let's play.
Hello. Hey, success. What's going on? Good. After the fight.
I can't stand this fake ass smile. She always come in. But I really need to learn from that because I'm horrible. My people skills aren't the best. You know, I don't know. I can't find it within myself to be fake. I don't think it calls for all that, honestly.
At the coffee shop with Martell, I definitely made the ultimate decision to put less effort on how Martell feels and what he thinks, and to focus more on what's good for my children, what's good for business, and the best move to make when it comes to going to the next level. I wanted to come in and schedule a meeting.
I can get with that.
About the 47 acres. Right. Last time we spoke, you were interested in me, bidding for building some of the residential properties.
Yes.
And I didn't know, I know I said talk with Martell
She gets on my nerves too. This season, yeah.
first, because I didn't want extra tension between us. I don't know if y'all had a conversation or not.
Well, yeah, Martell and I did speak on it. He kind of felt as if I should have come to him first, and see if it was okay to talk to you, I suppose.
As if y'all and I are both of our friends.
Well, that's what I told him. He kind of felt as if.
Yo, I'm so tired of this. I can't even do it. But that expression that she does seem like every episode is getting old. I wish I could have a description of it. But I'm so tired of seeing that face. For me, that's her referring back, or I don't know the word, but going back to that high school type of activity. Just real childish, I feel. Let me just play.
I went behind his back.
Everybody do something to Martell. He's the victim of the.
As I expressed it.
Because everybody do something to Martell. He's the victim. But that's the reason why they were so good together. Because they both play the victim. I feel like Melody plays the victim a lot. Because had she loved herself and stood up for herself at the first, in the beginning, none of this would be where it is. So you offered yourself up in that way. You offered yourself up in that way to be taken advantage of and abused over and over and over. So you can't complain when you're a victim if you keep allowing the same behavior. So at the end of the day, for a lot of situations, not all, because some situations you don't have a choice. But yeah.
Melody holds the license, and I took it upon myself as my client, who also inquired, asked me to speak with Melody. That's who holds the license. That's who is qualified to build a home. How do you feel about him even being upset about the deal? Do you care?
Oh, no, not really. Martell has no control over what I do career-wise. I know we were together for a long time, and we built.
I can appreciate, she put on her big girl panties right here, and I can appreciate what she just said about, they did everything as a power couple. Now she's learning to do things on her own. And she says a lot of things in this scene here.
Territory for me too, but I took the challenge on, looked the dead in the face, and I get to work every day. So I can't care about somebody's feelings. The only feelings I'm gonna care about are my 4 kids. Make sure they eat every day. Now I can't be worried about no grown man's feelings.
Respect to that.
She says she can't be worried about a grown man's feelings, but you are. Because every time he brings something up to you, just like about your video, you get in your feelings. Just remain calm. Like, why does it bother you? Why do you allow yourself to get so worked up when he does the same thing over again? Here we go again. You are offering yourself up in that way. He does the same thing over and over. When are you going to become immune to it?
We purchased the land together. This was supposed to be our project, not just his. The fact that you don't think that I should get a piece of the pie
Selfish.
is very interesting to me. But I really don't understand why he's so upset, considering I am the one who has the builder's license. Maybe you should have been putting in work on your builder's license versus putting in work elsewhere. I know the last time we talked, you were going to get some specs and price points together for me.
Yeah. That's just an overview of, and I'm sure you've seen the 47 acres before.
Absolutely. I was going to say, let's go to 2 or 3.
I like this look for her though.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
Legacy for my 4 children.
I can dig it. This is beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it.
I like this.
Again, there's definitely a process.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely feeling this, you know, this scene here, and in particular particularly this part, because real estate is a very good look. And so I'm just proud to see that I know that this right here, what she's doing with this 47 acres, especially if she's going to get all 45 lots. He asked if she wanted like 2 or 3. She's like, baby, you know I'm not going to do 2 or 3 boss shit. But if she get 45 lots or, you know, 20, this is definitely something that's actually going to bring in some good, stable money versus her music, baby, because that stuff ain't going nowhere. I don't think, anyway. Have y'all seen... I'm going to need y'all to YouTube one of her performances. Excuse me, I just ate The Pits. Yeah, she need to hang that one up. But at the same time, you know, do what makes you happy. That can be a fun pastime for her. She would do her little songs, go perform here and there, still have her real estate, live your dreams, and who knows, she can refine her, you know, her craft, her performance, her stage show. She needs to get me to come choreograph it for her, be her creative director in regards to the dance. I may be able to pull out a whole little stage show for her. It'll be better than what she got. Period. And then she just mentioned the meeting and how Martell brought Marceau. So that's very interesting, girl. You know it ain't interesting. You know exactly why he brought Marceau. Because Marceau has the builder license. Simple. You ain't got to be shady and trying to like you clueless. You know exactly why. But is it going to work? I don't think Marceau I don't think he should do it. But then I do. Because again, he has kids. It's just being tied up with Martell and his delusional mind and this fantasy world that he lives in. It's just going to bring a lot of unnecessary drama. And he doesn't see his actions, so I don't feel like there's going to be a change, so I don't think it's going to be good. And it's sad that he can't see this because he's going to have to hit rock bottom. But maybe that's his karma. That's not for me to say. It's not for me to even worry about.